Hi, and welcome to the Business Spotlight series. I'm Karen Barnes, an accountability coach here with Serendipity Action Coach of Central North Carolina. Today, I have Tommy Lather, the founder of Takeoff Monkey, with us, and he's going to share with us what it's like to start a business. His business is about 5 years old. It's going really great. He's going to share some lessons with us that he's learned along the way. He's shared a few of those with me in our pre-ramble here, and we're going to get a peek into what it's really like to run a very busy, quickly growing, tech-enabled construction estimating service. But before we do that, hey, you know the housekeeping, like button, subscribe button, share button. Let's get all the wisdom flowing among all of us. All right, Tommy, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Karen.
Hey, it's so great to see you. Your business has changed so much in the last 5 years, but tell us, what the heck is a takeoff monkey?
So, Takeoff Monkey, we are a construction estimating solution. So, there's a very time-consuming, labor-intensive part of cost estimating where you have to count and measure every single material that you're going to use to build whatever it is. We do that counting and measuring on behalf of our customers, which right now we're doing around 70 to 80 projects per day for a few hundred different customers with varying scopes of work, and it's a lot of fun.
That is awesome. So, as a founder of how old were you now? 4 or 5 years old?
We'll be 5 years on Thursday.
On Thursday.
Yeah,
Congratulations. That is
thank you.
amazing. Oh, I love it. This is very timely then. So,
Yeah, it is.
so like 5 years into this baby that you've built, right? How much time are you spending working in the business and how much time are you spending working on the business?
I would say right now I'm about 50-50. We still have some customers that they they seek me for comfort, for big problems or big asks. I like to stay involved with operations to a degree to support my team, let them know I'm here, and I spend as much time as I possibly can trying to spearhead the next big thing and being a visionary and leading.
Nice, nice. And I know you are a visionary. I remember seeing your pitch several years ago, and it was just so focused and nichey. I knew you were going to be a hit, just could feel it.
Thank
So,
you.
who does your business serve? Who are your customers? What's the best, like, what's a great prospect look like for you?
So a great prospect for us would be a commercial contractor. Commercial is key. Most of our guys are somewhere between, I'd say, 5 and 50 million. Although we do serve plenty of guys in the hundreds of millions. We also serve distributors that also serve that same market, that 5 to 50 million commercial contractor. There's a number of distributors that offer our services complimentary to their paying customers, which is wonderful for us. But yeah, commercial is the key. Guys that they crank out bids. They're not obsessing over minute details. It's not super high end residential. It's high volume, high frequency, repetitive type work.
Gotcha. And that's where the technology comes in to make that more efficient, I'd imagine.
Correct.
So, what's one thing you wish more people knew about Takeoff Monkey?
I guess the biggest thing that we're always fighting is in the last couple of years, there have been dozens, probably hundreds of similar imitation companies popping up overseas. Yeah, it used to be in the very beginning, nobody knew that a service such as ours existed. Now it's more often that we hear, oh, we've tried this other company and we had a really bad experience.
Hmm.
So I wish people would know that we are different. A lot of these companies are based solely overseas, which is fine, but our customers, our audience really likes the comfort of someone who's worked in their shoes as a contractor in the US that understands what they're going through.
Got it. Got it. So let's shift gears here just a minute because we've talked about your customers and why they're coming to you. Like, let's shift gears to talk about marketing. So you've obviously grown a lot. you've clearly had some marketing strategies that have worked for you, and you've probably had some marketing strategies that have just probably tanked. Like, talk to us about what has worked for you and what you tried that hasn't worked like maybe you expected.
So I don't remember. We've never been excellent at marketing. We've had a few things that were big hits, but what we've found is people remember and appreciate our humor, being almost edgy, almost pushing the limits of what's appropriate. To share on LinkedIn. So our two biggest hits would have been the video that we shot a couple years ago now, at Winston Starts. We use some humor and just some silliness in there that everybody remembers that. And then last year, at the beginning of the year, we came up with about 100 superlatives about our customer, like biggest customer in Texas or whatever. And we created little banana trophies about this tall. In fact, there's one right above my head here.
I see it.
Um,
I see it.
and we made a little plaque for each one for each customer, and we mailed them out. And our customers had a ton of fun with those. And sort of unintentional benefit was everyone started taking pictures and sharing them on LinkedIn and social media, and our customers had a ton of fun with that.
That is a blast. That's super fun. I also like the neon banana
Yeah,
behind you back there. Yeah.
thank
So
you.
Tommy, what made you decide you wanted to go into business for yourself? That's not a decision everybody makes. What was it like for you?
So I've started a few businesses, never really went super serious. I just, I was younger and constantly, the something shiny would come along and it would lose my attention. But when I moved to North Carolina from Texas, I quickly found out that the North Carolina construction market is not quite the same, at least not in Winston as it is in Austin, Texas. I had a number of folks calling me from Texas, old competitors, colleagues, friends, asking me to help. And I thought, well, I can do this for a while. And I never dreamed that it would take hold as well as it did. And it just started growing. And now it's just I don't even know how to describe it. I have to pinch myself sometimes because I just never dreamed it would have become what it is.
You were sharing with me before we started the interview that you're up to 75 plus people overseas, right?
Overseas, yep, we've got around 80 folks overseas. Here in the States, there's only 6 of us. But yeah, we've just grown like crazy, and yeah, it's just unbelievable.
So as you look back with gratitude and maybe some tough lessons learned over the last 5 years, like now let's sort of shift forward. What do the next 3 to 5 years look like?
The next 3 to 5 years are definitely filled with technology. We're working on a partnership. I don't want to share too much about it, but a partnership that will could revolutionize the way our customers are selling their work to their customers. Uh,
Wow.
so we've started dabbling, if you will, a little bit in creating our own tech. There's also a data angle to what we're doing. In counting and measuring all of these materials, we're able to forecast market demand to some degree,
Yep.
and that has always been a goal of mine with this business.
Very cool. I used to be, maybe you don't know, I used to be part of an AI startup, and we would just constantly tell people the most underutilized asset that you have is your data, right? You're sitting on a gold mine and you haven't processed any of it. You haven't connected any of the dots,
Yep,
you know, just
yep. So
incredible.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. We've with Chat GPT and all these other AIs coming out, it's made it a lot easier for us to standardize our data, clean it up, organize it, understand it, and house it better. It's the last year has been extremely exciting in that way.
Sweet. So you're running a company overseas. I mean, most of your folks are overseas. That presents its own set of challenges. But what would you say your leadership style is, and how has it maybe changed over the course of the company?
Um, Leadership style, I guess. I try to inspire my people with I like to share the wins. So I don't like to be, a jerk of a boss. I try to make everybody feel the same way I feel when we have a big win, something great happens. I want everyone to enjoy it and everyone to feel it. So I guess my team, both here and overseas, my customers, they are my number one priority always, and I do everything I can to make sure they notice that. I always tell my employees that my one and only job, as far as they're concerned, is to make them successful. And I think they would agree with me.
That's awesome. So with most of your team overseas, like what's been your approach to, hiring and retaining those team members that are like super into the culture that you've built?
So overseas, we're very lucky to have team leaders that just do an incredibly remarkable job, and we're able to rely on them. And those are folks that have been with me for about 15 years. So this has
Mm,
been a long time in the making. While I didn't have Takeoff Monkey, I was working for a contractor and still working with most of these same folks. Um, Here in the U.S., it's I'm very lucky to be working with three ladies that I worked with at a previous company about 15, 16 years ago. And I mean, we're like a family. Another one was one of actually my first customers. And she went to a different company for a while, who's also a customer, and then came on board with us a year ago. We're all very much like a family. And they're all female actually, except I'm the only male. But we take good care of each other. Um,
that's awesome.
yeah, working
That's
remote,
awesome.
we've found here in the US is not for everybody. That's been a big challenge hiring here in the US.
Mm,
Sometimes people equate remote work and flexible schedule with not doing anything at all.
mm, yeah, bad definition.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, let's change the pace up here a little bit. I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions, just some quick bang, bang, bangs, and I want just short answers from you back. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right, Tommy, what is the key to success for you?
Focus and persistence. Keep your eye on the ball, on the same ball, and whether it goes up or down, just stick with it.
What is your one piece of advice for other business owners?
Customers and employees, that's all that matters. Everything else will fall into place.
Nice. What's a book or a podcast or something that you're learning from that you want other people to know about and learn from too?
Actually, Customers for Life is a book I had to read. I didn't want to read it, but now I've read it about 20 times. And we've read it here within our US team several times. That's a really great book on taking care of customers.
Nice. And my favorite question to ask involves magic pixie dust, which you probably don't get many requests for. So if you had one little container of magic pixie dust and it could fix anything in your business, where would you sprinkle that? What would you fix in your business?
I would sprinkle that in our product. I would perfect our product beyond, we're still a human driven process. We have lots of tech that helps us along, but it's still a human element, and I would eliminate all error. Our customers are very understanding. We don't make a lot of errors, but I would like to have none.
That's a worthy goal. And what is most inspiring to you today?
Um, I guess the thing that keeps me going and would just be my family and knowing that there are people that count on me and rely on me, and I like to serve a purpose, so I feel like I'm doing that.
That is awesome. So, Tommy, where can we find you on the socials and on the web?
Our website is takeoffmonkey.com. We're on LinkedIn. We have an Instagram. I think we have a Facebook. Um, like I said, we've never been great marketers, but the website has tons of information, samples of our work, how to get in touch with all of us, as well as LinkedIn.
Awesome. That is perfect. Tommy, thank you so much. I'm just so delighted with all of your growth, and thank you for sharing the lumps and the bumps and the beautiful leaps that you've made in the last couple of years. All right,
Awesome.
guys, tune in next time and put some of this wisdom to work in your business today.